straight from the soul with it. Yeah. So I was listening to ESPN LA radio with Keyshawn Johnson, Travis Rogers, and LZ, and they started off talking about how the Lakers didn't look too well versus the New Orleans Pelicans, a squad without Anthony Davis, and the Lakers lack of energy on both ends of the floor. LZ mentioned how Brandon Ingram statistically showed up, but Travis Rogers interrupted him and said a lot of it was trash buckets at the end. So LZ continued to explain how that's why he said statistically Ingram showed up, but that Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma didn't show up when it mattered most on the offensive end. But offense wasn't the reason they lost the game. It was perimeter defense that caused the loss. LZ mentioned how the Pelicans' three-point shooting was unusually high, and it helps when you get to shoot with nobody around you. They brought up Julius Randle, and Keyshawn felt that Luke Walton and the guys who were there last year should know how to defend and stop Julius Randle. They also spoke about the reports that the bus left Luke Walton. Typically, the bus don't leave without the coach because the coach is the one who tells the bus when to leave. So fast forward, Keyshawn Johnson spoke about the Lakers needing to make a coaching change since they plan on getting rid of Luke Walton anyway at some point. So here's what Keyshawn had to say. At the end of the day, you say, do I think they still going to make the playoffs? I think there got to be some change. When you want to get somebody's attention, you do something, and I think that needs to happen sooner rather than later. And turn the keys because you are going to do it anyway. It just seems like you are probably going to go in another direction. So just start that process right now, and that way you could get everybody's attention because sometimes I'd rather play for him than play for you. Keyshawn Johnson continued to explain how the Lakers need to make a decision. So that's when LZ called Keyshawn out and basically stated, man, let's cut to the chase because you're basically beating around the bush, bro. You're beating around the bush. Ask Keyshawn, is he saying the Lakers are going to fire Luke Walton? And Keyshawn obviously didn't want to be direct because he knew that y'all, as in the Laker gang, was going to take that and spread it like wildfire. You feel me, bro? So my boy Keyshawn just seemed scared right about now. Like, he seemed like he's scared. And LZ called him out again, like, we can't allow this man to keep tap dancing around this question, bro. And Travis Rogers was like, no, we know what he means. We understand. LZ was like, nah, he needs to be straight up, bro. Like, he need to be straight up. He need to let us know, be direct, stop being politically correct. Because the Lakers can't make a trade right now. Are you saying that signing Carmelo Anthony is the solution? So Keyshawn says, no. I was just saying that they need to look to somebody else that's on the bench that had head coaching experience in the past, that has a relationship with the king, as in LeBron James. He says, it seems to me to have a pretty good relationship with other players on the team, and maybe the guy who is in charge now, which is Luke Walton, they're thinking about doing something with him later. They can do it now. Keyshawn finished up by saying he thinks when you want to get some electricity going and some energy, Keyshawn says you might want to look to Brian Shaw and say, well, Luke did a good job, brought us all the way here. Keyshawn says he thinks LeBron and the rest of the crew will be happy about that. So if you guys would like to hear the full audio, the link is in the description box. But Keyshawn, my brother, and I'm gonna say this because I'm black, we love to eat this. You acting like a straight chicken, bro. You feel like the Lakers should fire Luke Walton, but I disagree. I think Luke Walton is a great coach. He's not perfect, of course, but he's a great coach, a great young coach like Brad Stevens, like Eric Spoelstra was. But Pat Riley said he ain't going nowhere. LeBron James does not have that power and control, and you got to let him know that. He wanted that power the first time in Cleveland before he quit and went to Miami. Then he quit in Miami and came back to Cleveland and got his way, and now LeBron James is losing his mind. He's losing his everlasting mind because he's in Los Angeles where the lights are brighter and all eyes on him, like Tupac say. And the pressure of not making the playoffs after going, I guess, the last 8 or 9 years on super teams, by the way, may I add that, with the exception of last season. And they barely got past the Pacers and the Celtics without Kyrie. That's neither here nor there. The moral of the story is LeBron needs to shut up and dribble. Shout out to Lord Ingram for that. LeBron took that and made money off of that, but she was right. Shut up and dribble. Focus on the defensive end of the floor. I think Luke Walton had more control of the team last season, and he was looked at as the leader. They competed at a high level. They believed in Luke. Of course, they lost games. That's going to happen in the NBA, but they believed and they grew as players. They developed as players under Luke Walton, even Julius Randle. Luke Walton is a player's coach. LeBron James came to the team with the star power, and basically everybody is on thin ice if you don't follow King James. So the power shifted from King Luke to King James, bruh. So when King James say, hey, I don't want to do no suicides in practice today, Ingram and the others say, hey, I don't want to run in practice today. I don't want to do suicides. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And I want to follow the leader who is LeBron James. Now, LeBron James is a great player, but he's always looking for a quick fix. Traded for Tyson Chandler, etc., etc. It's like that new car smell I told y'all about. No matter how new the car smell, if the person who driving the car is a filthy person, bruh, that new car smell goes away, then it's back to stinking, bruh. Back to leaving trash in the car and it's funky in the car, bruh. He can't run anywhere. LeBron has to figure it out. The media has to hold him accountable. Now, as a fan, I'm not disappointed because I didn't have high expectations. My prediction was the Lakers will get anywhere from a 6 to an 8 seed, and if they don't make the playoffs, then that's fine, bruh. And Ramona Shelburne had the audacity to go on national television and say LeBron James was better than Kobe Bean Bryant at the age of 34. And I'm like, but what? Like, Kobe Bryant, he was willing his team in the fourth quarter. Still clutch at the age 34. Still trying to guard the best players at age 34. Type in Kobe Bryant shutting down Russell Westbrook and guarding Kyrie Irving. I mean, like, what is she talking about? The Lakers need to figure it out. So do I think the Lakers should replace Luke Walton for Brian Shaw? Absolutely not, bruh. Absolutely not. For what? Because the first couple of weeks, LeBron will pretend to buy into whatever system Brian Shaw had, whatever system it may be, and act as if, hey, I'm all ears. I'm all ears, coach. I'll follow you. Yes, I'll follow you, Mr. Massa Ball. Then after the first week or two, LeBron will revert right back to the LeBron James system. We started the season with Luke Walton. I think we should finish the season with Luke Walton, then go from there once the season is over. Same situation will happen if Brian Shaw replaces Luke Walton. If we make the playoffs, or even if Brian Shaw is the coach and we still come up short, which would be even worse, everybody, not just the players on the team, but the Lakers organization, even us fans will get blamed, and even Brian Shaw. Everybody but LeBron James will get the blame. So do I think Brian Shaw is the answer? No.